If you're over 65, this might be the most uncomfortable video you watch all year, and also the most important. Because what's destroying millions of seniors mentally right now is not just stroke, Alzheimer's, or obvious disease. It's 7 hidden dangers that quietly attack your mind every single day, often years before a doctor ever writes a diagnosis on paper. Picture this. Your blood pressure is okay. Your heart checks out fine. But inside your mind, something is slipping. Names vanish. You lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence. You reread the same page 3 times. You walk into a room and suddenly ask yourself, why did I come here? Your family shrugs and says, that's just old age. But what if it isn't just age? What if it's one of these 7 dangers silently chewing away at your brain? Stronger than any single disease? Recent research on older adults shows something terrifying. Lifestyle, habits, and emotional health can push your brain toward decline faster than many physical illnesses. But here's the hopeful twist. Because these dangers are created by habits, they can also be weakened by habits. That's why staying to the very end of this video could literally change the way your brain feels 6, 12, even 24 months from now. Before we jump into danger number 7, let me ask you a quick question. How old are you, and what's the number one thing you're most afraid of losing? Your memory, your independence, or your personality? Type your age and your fear in the comments. I read as many as I can, and your answers help shape the videos we create for seniors like you. Now let's expose the first hidden danger. Number 7, silent loneliness that shrinks your brain. Most people think loneliness just makes you sad, but long-term loneliness in seniors is now being compared to smoking for your brain. Large studies show that seniors who feel lonely most of the time have a dramatically higher risk of memory loss, depression, and early death. Brain scans reveal that chronic loneliness can actually shrink the areas of your brain responsible for memory and emotional control. Here's the scary part. You don't have to live alone to be lonely. You can have family nearby, a spouse in the next chair, and still feel emotionally invisible. Your brain doesn't count bodies in the room. It counts emotional connection. If days go by where no one really asks how you are, really listens, really sees you, your brain reads that as danger. I think of a widower in his 70s who spent his days with the TV on, telling everyone he was fine. On paper, he looked healthy, but in a year, his memory and mood collapsed. The biggest problem wasn't his heart, his diet, or his genes. It was deep, untreated loneliness. The antidote: scheduled connection. Don't wait to feel social. Put it in your calendar like a prescription. 1 regular call, 1 weekly group, 1 simple hobby where you see the same faces. You don't need 100 friends. You need a small circle of real connection. That alone can protect your brain more than most people realize. Number 6, the toxic news loop that rewires your brain for fear. If the TV in your house talks about disasters from 8 a.m. to midnight, listen carefully. Your brain is not built for constant breaking news. When seniors marinate in frightening headlines every day, the alarm center of the brain, the amygdala, gets stronger while the thinking and calming center, the prefrontal cortex, gets weaker. You might notice it as racing thoughts, irritability, waking up at 3 a.m., worried about things you can't control, or feeling like the whole world is dangerous. Over time, this fear wiring steals focus, sleep, memory, and peace. The brain stops planning the future and lives in survival mode. You don't have to ignore reality to protect your mind. You simply need boundaries. Limit news to 1 short window a day, 20 or 30 minutes, from a trusted source. Then turn it off. Use the rest of your time feeding your brain with things that calm and strengthen it. Music, prayer, uplifting talks, learning, or calling a friend. Ask yourself honestly, is the news informing me or infecting me? If it's infecting you, it's a hidden danger. Number 5, brain starvation from poor sleep. Many seniors say, I just don't sleep like I used to. That's normal. But broken sleep is not just annoying. It can be brain destroying. While you sleep, your brain runs a cleaning system that washes away waste products, including proteins linked to cognitive decline. When you don't get enough deep, restorative sleep, that night shift cleaning crew never finishes the job. Night after night of shallow sleep or loud snoring can lead to foggy thinking, mood swings, and faster memory loss. In older adults, sleep apnea and chronic insomnia are strongly linked with dementia and depression. But because sleep problems happen in the dark, many seniors never connect their daytime brain struggles to their nighttime patterns. Red flags include taking forever to fall asleep, waking up over and over, relying on alcohol or heavy pills to knock yourself out, or needing multiple naps just to function. Those are not just old age. Those are warning lights. Basic habits help more than you think. A regular bedtime, a darker and cooler room, less caffeine, fewer screens at night, and talking to your doctor if snoring, gasping, or severe insomnia show up. You protect your brain every time you protect your sleep. Number 4, medication fog from too many pills. This one is uncomfortable, but it's real. Many seniors are taking 5, 10, sometimes 15 medications a day. Some of these are absolutely necessary, but together they can create a chemical storm in the brain called polypharmacy. Certain meds, especially some older sleep aids, bladder, drugs, pain pills, and anxiety medications, are known to cloud thinking, slow reaction time, and increase confusion. Add several of them together, and a sharp, independent senior can suddenly look like they're losing their mind, when in reality their brain is drowning in side effects. There are countless stories of older adults whose confusion and personality changes improved. Not because a miracle drug was added, but because a few drugs were carefully taken away. If you're over 65, one of the smartest brain-saving moves you can make is a yearly medication review. Ask your doctor or pharmacist, which of these could affect my memory or thinking? Do I still need all of them? Is there a safer alternative? Keep repeating this question. You're not being rude, you're defending the one organ you cannot replace. If this is hitting close to home so far, take a second to like this video so it reaches more seniors who need it. And stay with me because the last 3 dangers are even more powerful. They don't just affect your brain chemistry, they attack your identity. Number 3, the mental rust from doing nothing new. When you stop challenging your brain, it doesn't stay the same age. It starts to age faster. Retirement can be a blessing, but for many people, it turns into a trap of sameness. Same chair, same shows, same conversations, same routines every single day. Comfort becomes a cage and the brain slowly rusts inside it. Scientists talk about cognitive reserve, extra wiring in your brain that protects you from decline. You build this reserve by learning, stretching, and doing new things. You lose it when every day looks exactly like the one before. The good news? You don't have to enroll in college. You just have to get uncomfortable in small ways. Learn a new app, a new recipe, a new game, a new route, a new song on an instrument, a new word in another language. Join a class where you feel a little awkward at first. That I'm not good at this yet feeling is your brain growing. Ask yourself, when was the last time I did something for the first time? If you can't remember, your brain might already be rusting, but it's never too late to add oil. Number 2, buried stress and grief that never got a funeral. A lot of seniors are carrying invisible weight. The death of a spouse, a child who stopped calling, a divorce from years ago, a war you never talked about, health losses, money losses, betrayals, regrets. On top of that, daily stress about bills, politics, and the future. From the outside, you look strong. On the inside, your nervous system is on fire. Chronic stress and unprocessed grief bathe the brain in stress hormones. Over time, they're linked with memory loss, depression, anxiety, and even physical pain no one can fully explain. It's like having a slow leak in the walls of your house. You don't see it at first. By the time the ceiling falls in, the damage has been happening for years. Healing starts with truth, not pretending you're fine, not stuffing it down. It might mean talking to a counselor, support group, faith leader, or trusted friend. It might mean writing honestly in a journal. Research shows that even 10 to 15 minutes a day of honest emotional expression can lower stress markers and improve mental clarity. Your brain doesn't need you to be tough. It needs you to be honest so it can finally start to relax. And now we come to the most dangerous mental killer of all. Number 1, the deadly belief that you no longer matter. This is the thought that destroys more seniors mentally than any virus, bacteria, or broken bone. My best years are behind me. I'm just taking up space now. No one needs me. When your brain believes you are done, it quietly begins to shut the lights off. Studies on older adults show that having a sense of purpose, a reason to get up, something or someone to care about, is one of the strongest protectors against dementia, depression, and early death. And that purpose doesn't have to be huge. It can be as simple as being the storyteller of your family, the encourager in your friend group, the volunteer who gives 1 hour a week, the neighbor who checks on people who live alone. Purpose sends this message to your brain. We are still needed. Keep growing. Keep protecting. Keep paying attention. Hopelessness sends the opposite message. Nothing matters. Power down. So ask yourself, who or what gives me a reason to keep going? If the answer feels empty, that is not a sign that your life is over. It's a sign that your next chapter hasn't been written yet. You can choose a new purpose at 65, 75, 85, even 95, and your brain will respond. Now let's pull this together. These 7 hidden dangers: loneliness, fear-based news, poor sleep, medication fog, mental rust, buried stress and grief, and the belief that you no longer matter, are stronger than any disease because they attack you daily, quietly, from the inside out. But because they are rooted in habits and beliefs, you are not helpless. Start with one. Maybe for you it's turning the TV off earlier. Maybe it's scheduling one coffee with a friend. Maybe it's asking your doctor to review your meds. Maybe it's writing a letter you should have written years ago. Every small step tells your brain, I still care about you. I'm still fighting for you. If this video opened your eyes, please like it, subscribe, and share it with another senior you care about. And in the comments, tell us which hidden danger hit you the hardest and what's one tiny change you'll make this week to protect your mind. Your brain holds your stories, your jokes, your wisdom, your love. You are not done. You are not invisible. And as long as you are breathing, it is never too late to defend your mind from the dangers that want to steal it before it's time.